mix up some more pre-fill. This is Ultra-Fill Con-Fill. It's a fast-setting product. Pour out a whole pan. This is what I fill the joints with when they're too big. It's like drywall powder. Fast sets by itself. It's a chemical setting compound. And you do it and it builds up really well, big holes so you can put your tapes on and they don't sag. It's good to add lots of water. You want to get the perfect ratio, get it off the bottom of the pan, and then I can make it as thick as I want it to be once I get it a little more consistently mixed. You have to mix this every time because it chemically sets. If it wasn't powder and I let it sit here even with water on it, it would harden. So, comes in the bag. Just add water basically. Takes about 20 to 45 minutes to set, and then it dries for a while after that. Probably good. Make sure it's all whipped up. That's the way I like it. Got some kind of extra thick stuff in the middle and then some runny hair stuff on either end for each situation I might have. Prop it up high because I gotta put my stilts on here. This is my favorite tool. I'm only 5'7", so I'm going to use these to get to the 9-foot ceiling and the 8-foot ceiling simultaneously. I got them on the lowest setting so I can reach my head under the 8-foot, and I got to reach a little higher to do the 9, but it's still worth it for this process. Sometimes I jack them up a little bit higher when I'm doing 9-foot alone because I like to be only a couple inches shorter than the ceiling. But because today there's 2 different heights going on, I'm just going to reach a little extra for the 9. So, grab our mud. Already been in here before. Fill these big ugly joints. This one's a bevel next to a butt. Definitely needs pre-filling. This one's pretty heavy. I like to mash the mud in so it makes it go right up inside the crack. We'll just get this corner. Same time. extra behind. Always chop out these broken bits. It's like a little can opener. If you leave any extra behind, when it hardens quite hard. You don't really have a chance to sand it off. And I want to get this as flat as possible to put the tapes on flat as possible. That way everything's easy to cover. Start flat, end flat, instead of starting with a bump and then having to deal with making it look flat. Pretty ugly joint. These board guys left me some extra work, shall we say. I always cut away the weakness. Mash it in there. I always do the whole joints, no matter what they look like. Helps fill up the difference. Get me started on my process, makes the taping mud go farther. Basically, you just fill it as much as you can by pushing it into the joint, and as you wipe it off, keep your knife touching both sides, and it goes from big to flat. As long as you're touching on both sides, whatever gets left behind is what's needed, filling that gap. And it's guaranteed to be as flat as your knife is. Technique for getting the corners, you kind of roll it off the wall first and into the crack. That gets the most amount of material up inside, and it sticks to the wall side so it doesn't bubble out if you wipe it off or fall out. Because usually that edge that's up here is pretty wet, or it's dusty, and you want it to be wet. Dust just helps to fall out, which you don't want. Top of this room. Some more here. So in rather skinny joints, I'll use the wetter stuff that's at the end of my pen. That way it goes in a little more to the thinner crack. I use the middle stuff, it's a little thicker, fill these big corner holes, and again it's so that it doesn't kind of run out or blob out. You want it to